Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz, and you're watching a mod review of the John Deere 105 Harvester by Glen006 Modding. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, 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 how are you guys doing today? Oh my goodness, I tell you what, today we get to do a mod review of the John Deere 105 Harvester by Glen006 Modding. Now this mod is currently only available for PC and is 25.5 megabytes to download. Oh man, there are several configurations that have to go along with this, and I'm going to read you a little description before we get into that, what the modder has left for us. The 105 was John Deere's largest combine from 1961 to 1969 and was replaced by new generation of combines. In Farm Sim 22, it is perfect for small American farms. The 105 has many options, which include 2 different cabs, corn special badging, pinstriping, straw spreader, radio and toolbox, feeder house for later styled headers, 2 grain tank extensions, and 8 wheel options. The 105 comes included with the 635N corn header and the 353 grain platform. The feeder house uses headers from Tired Iron Modding's new generation combines. Oh my gosh, so this was a darn good team effort. You betcha. You betcha. And I tell you what, they are actually really, really beautiful. Very, very well done. The quality is, it's really nice. I mean, you can see this right here on the actual grain header. It's wood. It is super cool. We'll go ahead and take a look at all the options here in just a second. But I just want to take you guys a walk around this thing. I'm really liking this. The pinstriping, oh my gosh. That is just awesome. Oh, there's nothing more that can be said about that other than it is just awesome. Now let's get in here first person, just kind of take a look around here. McFarland Farms established 1903. We'll jump up there in just a second, see what the rest of that has in here. And it just looks super, super cool. Super, super cool. We'll hop over here in this guy too and take a look and see what it looks like when it has one of these cabs on here. And again, it looks super, super nice. My only fault on this is that there is no cup holder for my coffee when I'm out here farming, but I'll just have to make do. So let's go ahead, and I'm actually going to pop out like this, and let's take a look and see what is going on here in the shop. Now, this little bad mamma jamma is, like you can see, base model, $16,500, not too shabby. You can get it with other options, cab option of having the little umbrella on top, or you can have a cab. You can also have the green cab on there, so there's a little bit of playing around you can do with that. With the badging on here, this is what it's getting at with the badging. Corn special, and you can look at the pinstripes on there, and both. I love the pinstriping. That's absolutely cool. There we go. Paris, Michigan. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now the spreader back over here is that. Oh my goodness, I apologize. It's that right on there. I'm assuming that's for going ahead and spreading out the straw and everything. It has a nice little animation on there. Add-ons, you got this little toolbox that pops on right there. That is one of the things. And the other thing that you can get is this little radio up here. So that's aesthetically, really don't do much of anything, but aesthetically pretty slick. Feeders, this is what they're talking about with that feeder extension for the later model feeders. So if you want to go ahead and get like one of the newer John Deeres, headers in the game, you get this guy on here and it works out nice. If you use the headers that come along with this, it doesn't sit very well on here. So that's something you're going to want to be aware of when you're doing this. If you have the headers that come along with this, you definitely want to have it set up like this, and everything will work out nice and slick. So you can have this starting off like this with this number 1 extension, and it gives you 5,500 liters. Oops, I apologize. There we go. The second extension that you can get put on there adds 1,000 liters, giving you 6,500 on there. Not too shabby at all. And with 105 horsepower, you're not going to be climbing mountains, but you definitely can tackle the fields pretty darn well. And then 12 miles an hour. It's a harvester. You don't need it to be setting any land speed records, so pretty darn slick. The wheel options are, I do like this right here. Adding wheel weights to the back of the harvester for the traction is just super slick. You get dualies. You can have dualies and weights, wide tires, wide with the rear, and then you're back to, oh, nope, you got this diamond tread on there. I apologize, diamond in the rear weight, and then you're back to the standard. So pretty darn slick setup, not too bad. And I went and I checked all this stuff out, and when you even go ahead and max out the prices on everything that's on here, max price is just about $19,000. So $19,000 for a workhorse, you cannot go wrong with that. Now let's take a look at the headers really quick. That was one thing I just want to take a quick little peek at. Down on over here, because this guy right here, you can have these plain boards on here, is exactly what I have, or you can get them in yellow. So if you really want that John Deere feel on there, where you got your green and yellow, you can do that. Or if you want more of like, okay, that broke, now we got to go ahead and throw wood on there, there you go. I kind of like how that looks. The wood grain on there is super, super slick. And then if you come over here to corn headers, right there. It's nothing special. It's a corn header, but I do like all the detail on it. It looks super, super slick. So working with the 4.5 meters and $6,800. And this little bugger over here has the working width of 7.6 meters and is $7,800. So it's not any schlub right there comparatively to a 7 meter right here. That's really expensive. That's very economical. So you're winning with that. So what I want to go ahead and do is give this a little test run out here in the field. We're going to do a little bit of harvesting so you guys can go ahead and see what's going on. I have drove this around a little bit to get out here. It does function pretty darn well. My only drawback, but I can understand why it's like that, with this being an older style header, when you go ahead and turn it on, the header does take a little bit of time to get down. Ultimately, like I said, not a game changer. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start this off not having a straw swath on. Oops, sorry. There we go. Disable the straw swath so you'll be able to see the animation of harvesting. And it is spreading that out there pretty slick right there. Animations are right on there. You can see the wobble of the tractor back and forth. Super slick. Now we're going to come to a quick little stop right here for a second. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable that straw swath. Or I should say enable the straw swath. So we can go ahead and take a look at this. There you go. The functions on there are pretty slick. You can even see the gears turning back here. I'm going to stop right here for a second. You can see the belt turning. You can see all the animations working nice and neat. Super slick. I do like this quite a bit. So what I think we're going to go ahead and do here at this moment, guys, is give me just 1 second. I am going to get stuff set up so we can take a look at the corn harvester as well. Alright everyone, so the corn is ready and let's get this show on the road. Again, nice animation of having that Bad Mama Jamma come on down, so let's go ahead and see how this guy functions. not too shabby. You can see it kind of bogs down just a little bit when it hits the corn, but that's just because the engine has to get itself going, rocking and rolling and working. Not too shabby. Pretty good animation of watching the corn stalks coming on out. And if you actually stop here, I don't know if you can see it, but you can kind of see back up and in there. And it's shooting out nice and neat. Obviously, it's stopped now at this point, but a nice animation on having all this stuff happening. Oh, super slick. Super, super slick. Oh, yeah. You know, ultimately, guys, I'd have to say it. I really enjoy this tractor. I can't wait to get out and try it out myself on the old farm. It's super, super slick. It handles actually pretty good. The turning, as you can see there, I mean, it's a smaller tractor, or not a smaller tractor, smaller harvester. Does maneuver around fairly easy. Not quite hairpin turns, but definitely knows what it's doing out in the field. Guys, I highly recommend going ahead and give this a download. I will go ahead and have the link in the comments or the description down below. If you guys want, go ahead, leave yourself a comment down below what you think of this. If this is something that you want to go ahead and try out, I definitely do. I think it's worth it. Go ahead, try it out for yourself. Don't just trust me. If you're liking what you're seeing, liking what you're hearing, go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and hit the subscription. Helps me out, helps the channel out, so I can go ahead and show you guys more great mods like this. Oof, I tell you what, guys. Hats off to 006 here on this one. Great mod. Don't believe me? Check it out yourself. Even share this. Go ahead and share this with somebody who grew up in the 60s who likes John Deere's. This might bring them a nice flashback to their past. Oh, man. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on and set to all. That way you know when this and other videos are coming out. Guys, I say it because I want to, not because I have to. Thanks for stopping by.